Hi everyone, welcome to Day 5 of the 2024 eShopperReviews Game Awards, where we look at the best and worst games released on Nintendo Switch in 2024. I'm Jen Ip.
And I'm Jake McNeil.
In today's awards, the highest honors are about the absolute best games on Nintendo Switch in 2024.
As I do every year, I have selected a first, second, and third place with gold, silver, and bronze awards, as well as 5 runners-up.
All right, we'll be starting out with Game of the Year, Bronze Award, third place.
My choice for the Bronze Award, third place, the third best game to come out on Nintendo Switch in 2024 is Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. This is a Metroidvania that gets pretty much everything right about what a Metroidvania should be. It is polished top to bottom. It is an all-around good game, and that makes it all the more a tragedy that this studio was shut down by Ubisoft after they released the game. It's a real shame, too. It's been years since we had a Prince of Persia game, and they come back with this magnificent treat of a game. And I feel like more people need to play this because we need more games like this. It is a wonderful, wonderful game. Absolutely deserving of my choice for third best game of the year on Nintendo Switch.
Next, we have Game of the Year, Silver Award, or second place, and that goes to The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom.
Oh, you're announcing it now, huh?
Do you want to talk more?
Well, I always want to talk more. What are we talking about? Yeah. My choice for the number 2 game of the year is Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. Again, not as big a game as last year's The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, but even so, this is an extremely creative, extremely wonderful game to explore and find all the little different echoes that you can get to recreate and use them to either fight for you or create solutions to puzzles or join together in interesting ways that people are still discovering even now. There are all kinds of little tricks and things that I never even considered while playing this, because this is one of those games where you can kind of find your own solution to puzzles and figure out your own way to go about exploring the world. And this game does that wonderfully. It's tons of fun. Absolutely recommend it, yes.
All right, next we have the runners-up for Game of the Year.
As I said before, I have 5 runners-up. The first one I have here is Neva. Neva is absolutely gorgeous. It follows in the footsteps of Gris or Gris. I again don't know the correct pronunciation. And this one actually heads more in an action platformer direction, so there's a bit more substance to the gameplay this time. But even though the gameplay is good and it's fun and enjoyable, there's good platforming, there's good combat, I feel like this is still down to, it is just a beautiful audiovisual experience. It is something that you'll want to keep going forward to see what happens next, as far as what new beautiful location you're going to be in, what happens next in the story between this woman and the wolf that she is caretaker of. Just an all-around beautiful game. After that, next one that we have as a runner-up is Balatro. Again, I've spoken a fair amount about this earlier. This is a really clever take on the game of poker that completely recontextualizes it and turns it into this roguelike where you're changing up and improving your deck as you go along. And you're just constantly trying to make things better and better so that you can stay ahead of the score threshold that keeps rising as you go through the game. And there's all kinds of fun little deck combos that you can get. It's, again, really creative, just an all-around great game. The next choice I have here is Super Mario Party Jamboree. And I feel like this is one of the games we've talked about the most over the course of the last week or so. What more is there even to say here? It is just an amazing party game. It's, in my opinion, the best game the Mario Party series has ever had. And it is a testament to how good this game is. I would never have thought that a Mario Party game would make my best of list, ever. This isn't a series that I love. It's a series that I'm like, yeah, it's okay. Super Mario Party Jamboree is the one that finally broke through and made me go, no, this series is capable of being magnificent. And this is the best example of that, I feel. After that, we have Unicorn Overlord. Again, another one I've talked about a fair amount already. Unicorn Overlord is a really creative mix of real-time strategy and RPG and a beautiful open world to explore. And it's like nothing else out there, even in both of these genres, aside from, like I've mentioned before, the Ogre Battle games, which I've never thought were particularly good. This game takes it to a whole new level and improves on that formula tremendously. Just an all around excellent game. And finally, rounding out the runners up here is Pentiment, which I talked about a good deal yesterday. This has a brilliant story. It is a really great trip into the past to kind of see what it would have been like to live in this time, to solve a mystery in this medieval time period. And it really dives deep into this world and gives you a feel for the culture, and it's so well researched that you feel like you're getting a history lesson, but in a good way, where you feel like you're actually becoming a part of this world. Just a really great story, really great game.
Finally, it's time to announce the game of the year, which goes to Animal Well.
I went back and forth over which game to give my game of the year this year, but in the end, I think it was Animal Well that just really impressed me with its beautiful world, just all the clever puzzles to solve. And it's, again, not really like anything else out there. It has Metroidvania elements, it has puzzle game elements, and it combines them in a way that's really unique. And then you can dive into deeper and deeper layers in the game where there are even more puzzles to solve if you want to go looking for them. A lot of people are saying that when you beat this game is almost like when it's the beginning of the game, where you get to really start crawling through it and finding the deep secrets. But I feel like even that much of the game, even getting to the ending, is just a joy to play. And yeah, this one surprised me, and it is absolutely worth, I feel, my pick for Game of the Year in 2024 on Nintendo Switch.
All right, and that does it for the eShopperReviews 2024 Game Awards. Thank you all for listening. And remember, if you want to read about the games mentioned here, head to eShopperReviews.com. And if you enjoyed this content, please consider heading over to our Patreon page to support eShopperReviews and gain access to even more content. Thank you again, everyone. This has been Jen Ip
and Jake McNeil.
And we hope you've enjoyed some great games this year. See you all in 2025.
Later.